All right, I'm sorry about that. So I was saying the reason that I even got into fermenting was because I took a gut health course at the beginning of the year, the beginning of 2022. And in that gut health course, the dietitian that taught it, she told us about fermenting. So what we fermented some mangoes, and I'm going to also do that on here with you all. That's my second fermenting project that I'm going to show you, and it was really good. I'm going to show you pictures of it in this video, and then we'll get to it in the next video. So anyway, I'm cutting these up just in really any kind of shape. It doesn't matter if you are, I'm not specific like that. I just go ahead and get it done. You know what I'm saying? As long as I know it's small enough to fit in the jar, then I'm not going to really worry about it. So I'm going to start putting this in here. I'm going to start putting this cabbage in the bowl and get that sitting in there so that I can move on as soon as I finish. And what you're going to find out, what I've found out, is this is super simple, so quick and so easy, and so extremely healthy, so healthy. It says that, I read that whatever you ferment, whatever nutrients that's already in it, it's like multiplied when you ferment. So you can't lose. And also with fermenting, we're not losing the nutrients. Now, with some of the canning, we do lose some nutrients. It's still a good idea to have the food ready to eat and all that. I'm not saying that at all. But it loses some of the nutrients. So that's what makes me real happy about canning, because it's easy, it's quick, and it's extremely healthy, and it's good. It's good, good. So getting back to the gut health, I learned a lot of things in that course, and I plan to share a lot with you all. The main thing I'm really trying to get into is really just fermenting, getting a whole bunch of stuff fermented. I don't want to, whatever I can ferment, I'm trying to ferment now. So I've fermented lots of cabbage now. I still haven't let it go past a couple of weeks. It's supposed to be at its best at like 6 weeks. Or something, about 6 weeks. Haven't done it for 6 weeks. And then also they have something that's called burping, and that's where you take the lid and you just lift it, you open it a little bit. But I felt a little funny about opening it up initially, so I got these lids, because the air will come out, but nothing will go in. So I really like that. So I'm going to just do like 1 tablespoon of salt per 1 head of cabbage. And I'm going to put this salt throughout. I'm going to get down in the bottom and put it, because you don't just want it, it's going to sweat. You don't want it to just sweat at the top. If I put it in here all throughout, it could help it. It could enhance it. So now I just put it throughout the cabbage and let it sit for a few minutes. And then I'm going to come back in. Come back in and massage it a little bit, or I might just use my utensil. We'll see when I get back. Okay, so that's it. You're just going to let that sit. You can put other seasonings in here. You can put pepper in here. You can put all kind of stuff. I'll tell you what I put in my other in just a minute. Hold on one second. All right, so for the other cabbage that I have fermented, like I said, I'll put the picture above, but this is my latest. This has, gosh, I forgot what that has in it. I think it might just have salt and, oh, no, yeah, salt and pepper in it. But it also has onions, little onion pieces and other spices. This one has paprika. I just put smoked paprika in this. Oh, I don't think you all can see that. So this has smoked paprika. This has onions and other spices. And this one, oh, got them. Okay. This one has a berberry seasoning. That's an Ethiopian seasoning that I love. So that's what this one has. And then this one has some onion seasoning, and it looks like a little berberry seasoning in there too. So that's what these three consist of. And they've been sitting for a little over 2 weeks. Now you see how that's bubbling. It's pretty much stopped bubbling now, and there's probably some in the bottom, and I'm going to open it up tonight. But this is going to fill all the way back up. This is filled up. It's just pushed down by this ring, a ring like this. But this is going to be filled all the way up, and it's going to give me plenty. I just put a spoon, two or three spoonfuls, depending on how much, because I really like it, on the side with everything I eat. And that's it. You just wait about 20 minutes on this, pack it in the jar, and let it sit for at least a week. And you can let it sit for up to 4 weeks. So if I wanted to put onions in here, I could cut up onions and put in here. If I wanted to put garlic in here, you can put anything you want to. In my mangoes, I put cilantro, I put red onions, and I put garlic. You can put anything in here that you want, really, and it just tastes so good. I did that once with the mango, and then I did it again with just ginger, and then now I've just been making it with just mangoes and a little salt. I don't even put the garlic in anymore. So, I mean, not the garlic, but the ginger. But I plan to start back. I was just trying to get me a little stash. And it's been real fun. But this helps with our immunity because it helps our gut health. So you want your gut health to be in good order. You want to be putting good stuff in your system, the probiotics. You want that going in your system, and you want to also have eliminations on a regular basis, and this helps with all that. Fermentation is wonderful, and it's something that's small that we can do, but something really great comes from it. So I just love it because I get to see it transform, kind of like the garden. You plant that seed, and then the next thing you know, it's a big old something growing. But you got to put a little work in that garden. Here, you're literally just letting it sit. If you don't have that type of lid, then you're gonna take that lid off every day to let some of that air out. But if you have these kind of lids, which I highly recommend, this is easy. I haven't done anything except put this lid on there, and it comes out. The air comes out, but nothing goes in. I love them. All right, and it comes, you can get just the lids and that one piece that pushes it down. You can get these two together, or you can get all of this together. I've gotten both, all three together, and just the lid and the spring that goes in. Okay? So I just love it. You let me know down in the comments section if you have done any fermenting, if you're thinking about fermenting, have you ever even heard of fermenting, and what's been your experiences, and what else do you want to know about this? Because I'm going to show you regularly everything that I ferment. And like I said, mangoes will be next, and then I'm going to ferment garlic. So I've got to peel those first, but you know, we have a way where we can peel garlic and it doesn't take that long. So I'm going to peel the garlic. I'm also going and ferment it. I'm also going to ferment some onions because I want to keep my onions. Now I have been putting my onions, I'm trying to see if I can get this out. I've been putting my onions in stockings. Let's see here. I don't think I can get it untied, but I think you see a little bit of it. I've been putting it in stockings, and it's working pretty good. It's working pretty good. The majority of my onions do last, but a few of them have gone bad, and a few have started growing at the top. But overall, they're lasting, but I would much prefer to ferment them. So so it's going to be garlic, onions, mangoes, carrots. Also, I have some carrots. I want to ferment those. So I have all that ready to go to ferment. So you'll be seeing all of that. You'll see me do all of that. And it's just really good. It's good to eat now, but it's also good to store. So I have some. I'm trying to get the routine where I have enough to eat, a little stored, and then I'm working. I have a rotation where I'm eating, fermenting, storing, eating, fermenting, storing. So I'm in the midst of that right now, and we're going to see how all that turns out. But it's just a joy. I've had so much fun learning it. 2022, this is the most exciting thing I've done, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So I'm going to hop off of here for just a minute, and then we'll come back when it's time to start using this tool and getting it ready to go in the jar. Okay? I'll be right back. I'm going to just press down. It's already started sweating. I should have, let me see if I can get that in there where you can see it. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it has already started sweating. It's very wet. And I'm going to just press down, like I said, press down on this, press down, press down. Just do that for a little while. It seems to be squishing up pretty good. So I'm going to just leave that for a minute, and then I'm going to just put my hand in there and squeeze some, massage it. Uh-oh, I'm dropping it. Massage it and see what's going on right there. Now, I want to say the green cabbage might be a little more, producing a little bit more water. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm thinking right now. So now, let me move this. I'm going to take the mason jar. You see the mason jar? I'm going to just take it, and I'm going to just start putting a little bit of cabbage in here. So I'm going to put like a layer or so, just a thin layer. I'm going to put that in here, and then I'm going to take this tool again, and I'm going to press down. I'm going to press down. And then I'm going to put some more in there. Let's see here. Let me try. Now I'm going to press down again. Let's see. All right. And we're going to just repeat. You're going to just repeat that. This holder, oh gosh, I forgot what it's called, but it makes a world of difference as opposed to trying to put everything in here without it. You'll make a mess more than likely, or you'll go a lot slower. You don't want to do that. So I really find that to be convenient, and neat and quick as far as the process goes. All right, and I'm not going to let this fill up to more than like right here. I'm going to stop about an inch from here. So this is probably about all I'm going to be able to put in here for this one. So now let me go ahead I'm going to put just a little bit more in there. Just a little bit more. All right. So now we have that in there. Nice and packed. Now, even though, okay, so this one didn't produce, it's wet, and I do see some water at the bottom, but I'm going to add a little bit more to right here. So let me go do that. Hold on one second. All right. Now, I'm going to pour this. See, bubbles are coming up already. But it hasn't started fermenting. I don't think. I'm not sure. But anyway, now I'm going to just put this spring in here. I'm going to put it all the way down. It's not going to go all the way down. I do have some glass pieces I can put in here, but I don't want to do that right now. So I can just take this, put that lid on there, make sure it's going on there correctly. Okay, and then just twist. All right, so that's on there now. And then I'll just wipe this off. And there it is. There I've got my cabbage, and it's under the water, and I'm going to let it stay in here for at least a week. So there's that one, and I have a little bit left, so I'm going to try something. I was kind of thinking about putting this in a smaller container with a lid just to see how that works out. So without the regular lid I've been using. So let me try that. Hold on 1 minute. All right, so I have a smaller jar now. It's got a regular mason jar lid, but it's smaller. So now I'm going to put oh good, thank God. I was about to be making a mess. All right, so let me go ahead and get this in here. And I have, thank God for this utensil, because I also have the smaller side, you see? So that's why it's always good to have different size jars, because like in my case, I'm having leftovers. left from the jar I made, and I don't want to throw that out. I've tried cooking it before, but that's a little salty for my taste. That was crazy. So anyway, I guess I keep not using that because I don't have that much left. I'm not sure. But anyway, we have this extra, so that's going to be great to have in here. And let me see. When your cabbage is finished fermenting, or anything you have, you can season it however you want to season it. So even though I just put salt in here, it's okay. Because say like when it gets done, if I want to put pepper in it or anything else, I can do that. I'll just do it then. But this is nice and simple. I don't necessarily have to have it like that. Then I'm going to it's just a very little bit of water, juice from the celery. Now, I'm going to put some water in here. And I'm going to do this one a little differently than the other one. We already know I'm putting a lid on there that doesn't have a way to let the air out. This one has filled up to the top. Everything is under there. And I'm going to not put anything in. Oh, you know what? I could put one thing in. Hold on. These were the glass weights I was talking about earlier. It won't fit. All right, that's okay, because my initial thought was I'm going to just leave it like this. That's how the pros do. So let's see if I'm on amateur pro level. And see if we can keep that water, keep that cabbage under that water, I'll be doing fine. And I can also add water. So now I have these two that are about to start fermenting. All right. And I bought these labels that you put on there, but I finally said, you know what? I'm going to be doing so much. Let me just get some masking tape. So I have masking tape, and I'll start putting the dates on those. Okay. So that's what I'm doing with those. All right. And I'll let you know how it turns out. And like I said, we'll be working on the next fermenting that we'll be doing is going to be the mangoes. I'll let you know a couple of days in advance before I do the mangoes, in case you want to get some mangoes and make you some too. Now mangoes, that doesn't take as long. That takes 5 days, and I'll let you know the ingredients and all that if you're interested in doing it with me. We could even possibly do that live if you all wanted to do it. So let me know in the comments. All right. And that's all for now. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.